Hi, my name is Chelsea, and this is my testimony. I grew up in church for my entire life. I was very active in it. I lived in Georgia. I was born and raised. I really liked church. I liked God. I was very close to Him. I was baptized when I was 6. I had a very good relationship with Him. This past year, I kind of felt my life spiraling out of control. I stopped going to church. And when my life was spiraling out of control, I kind of felt like God wasn't there for me when He always had been. I felt like He didn't care anymore. He had gotten me so far, and then He was like, okay, now you're on your own. My grandfather developed lung cancer. My friends and I started fighting. Everything that was normal for me was disappearing, and it scared me. And I became very angry very quickly. I started doing things that I wouldn't have regularly done. I became very depressed. My music changed. I fell out of love with boy bands and girly things. I turned to suicidal music, very depressed music. It was all sad all the time. I became very dark. The light in my eyes wasn't there anymore. I would wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and not see the girl that I used to see. My grandfather got better, and so I thought that I would get better, but then just more things started piling up. I got in trouble with the police once. I couldn't handle life. I turned to the worst thing possible, and that's self-harm. And for months and months, it happened again and again and again, and I couldn't control it. I would listen to the dark things and let them control me. And every time it would happen, I would just look up at the sky and say, where are you right now? Because God wasn't there for me. Over the summer, I went down to Georgia to visit my family, and my depression got worse. I had been clean for 2 months, and then everything got worse, and I relapsed, and then I turned to smoking, and I turned to energy drinks to make my mood better, and I would drink 5 to 6 a day because I became addicted to them. And I would listen to music that would tell me, where are you, God? Am I lost to you? I need help. And I wanted help. I wanted to get better, but I couldn't. I was just stuck in this hole, and I kept digging myself deeper and deeper, and I couldn't get out. No matter how hard I tried, the light at the end of the tunnel turned into a freight train waiting to ram into me. By the end of the summer, I came back home to New Jersey, and I was just losing it. And in the end of September, I was admitted to a mental hospital for wanting to die. And while I was in there, I kind of had like an epiphany that God was always there. He was standing beside me the entire time. He was holding His hand out saying, hey, come here. Let me catch you. And I kept running away from Him. He wasn't running from me. My small group leader from youth group that I had started before I was in the hospital, her name is Johanna Candy, she visited me. And she shared with me that God cares. He's there. When I got out of the hospital, I started attending youth group, and I became honest with myself and others, and I really opened my heart. And I've let God back in, and He's completely turned my life around. I'm able to wake up in the morning and see myself for who I am. I haven't touched a blade in at least 2 months. And I have no thoughts of doing it again. I've opened my heart to new things. I've changed my music. I've thrown the suicidal music out. And my life is looking better. And it's only because of the people in my life and the God in my life. If I didn't have Him still, I'd probably still be in the hospital. He really turned my life around, and He returned my peace to me. One day I picked up the Bible, and it was like a couple days after I had gotten out of the hospital, and I opened it to Psalms 40, 1 through 3. I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. And when I read that, it was like, there he is. And I'm ready to start over.